If you are making a website, choosing the right tools to do so are more than just important. It's absolutely essential that you choose the right website builder, because if you don't, you're gonna end up not only having a steeper learning curve and taking longer to make the website, but secondly, it could result in a failed website. If what you choose to use isn't designed for what you're trying to do, if there's a mismatch there, which might be subtle, you might not realize there's a mismatch, you might not rank in Google, you might not find the success you're looking for, you might not have the conversions, and ultimately, you're gonna run into a lot of hurdles that aren't necessary at all. This could definitely be a stressful decision. A lot of people might look at this and say, well, there's so many options out there, like which one should I actually pick? I've actually tested all of them. I've made hundreds of websites using all the different options you could possibly think of, and I've taught thousands of people how to make websites with a very simple strategy. In this video, I wanna break down 7 different categories that can help you decide which website builder is actually the best one for you. So I didn't wanna just rank these 1 through 7 because of course everybody has different needs. Some people are selling online, some people have a fundraiser, some people just need a single page personal portfolio, and whatever your needs are, I promise one of these tools in this video will be a perfect match for you. Talking about these, we have 7 categories in this video. The first one is the best for e-commerce. If you're selling anything online, this is always my easiest recommendation. Secondly, we have the best for blogs. Thirdly, we have the best for beginners. And by the way, if you're not sure which category you fit in, I will explain all of that throughout the video. And if there's overlap, there are some great options there as well. Then we have the best for single page websites. Then we have the best for local merchants, local shops, local brick and mortar stores. And lastly, we have the best overall. And as a bonus, I'll add in another one that's best for some very advanced customization that I think some people might actually be interested in. So starting off with the first category, kind of in no particular order, the best for e-commerce. There are a lot of tools out there that can help you sell online, but our recommendation is such an easy one here. This is Shopify. It's great for so many different types of e-commerce, whether you are drop shipping, whether you're doing print on demand, whether you have actual inventory and you're doing retail or custom made stuff that you made yourself, digital products, physical products, even in-person sales, Shopify makes it easy to do any of those. So there are a couple of reasons that we say it makes it easy. One is that they have tons of commerce-centric themes and templates that help you design the website really built around selling online. That really saves a lot of effort up front. Next, because it is a commerce-first program, the tools are all really well organized. There's inventory tracking, there's low inventory notifications. You can do all types of things with shipping, have different sales, really endless flexibility on how you can set up your store and how you can maximize your profits. So let me show you something. There's a lot of online stores that you've visited on a daily basis that you probably didn't even realize were built with Shopify. So if it's not being sold on Amazon or eBay, odds are it's probably on Shopify. Shopify also makes it very simple and streamlined with the checkout process. So they've really optimized it over the years. And there's a lot of different ways you can process payments. So whether people are trying to pay with Apple Pay or a credit card or Klarna or Google Pay, whatever, there's really endless ways you can accept payments, which again, just increases conversions just that little bit more that can really help your business. There's also thousands of apps and integrations. So because it is so popular for e-commerce, everybody out there wants to integrate with Shopify. Email marketing, if you're using something like MailChimp, if you're running TikTok ads, they're really easy to do and integrate with Shopify. And you don't have to do any kind of coding to integrate these because they know that a lot of people are using Shopify. So they just want to make that integration as easy as possible. You don't have to copy and paste any code or anything like that. There are also a lot of SEO tools. So like I said, you've probably already been shopping on a lot of Shopify stores. Many of them you probably found on Google. So it is extremely possible to rank on Google as long as you do the right things with SEO, and Shopify makes it easy enough to do that. Lastly, they do have some really good security. Obviously, encryption and two-factor authentication are super important for anybody. If you're shopping online, you want to make sure everything is as secure as possible. The next category is the best for blogs. Now, this one's a no-brainer for me. If you are making a blog, you're going to be needing WordPress. Now, not WordPress.com, WordPress.org, which actually powers about 40% of the entire internet. Basically, every blog you've been on, I could basically guarantee is using WordPress. It's super common. It's easy to make a massive library of articles and to organize them really well. It's extremely flexible, and it's honestly, even though it is a bit more of a learning curve, it's very, very flexible and not as hard as you would really think. So the way we recommend going about doing this, I have a link down below to actually set this up, but also a full tutorial, basically a free training on how to make a website with WordPress. We recommend using Hostinger. They're really the easiest way to do that, but another option would be Bluehost. Either one works really well, and we have videos on both of them in the description below. And by the way, I should also mention we have discount links to Shopify and all the other ones on this list down there. So whichever one you want to get started with, be sure to go down and check out those links. So back to why we actually like WordPress here. So there's there's a lot of themes, a lot of plugins, a lot of templates, and a lot of tools. And as I said before, slightly steeper learning curve, yes, but with that, you're getting way more flexibility. And like I said, I have a tutorial, so the learning curve is really not even that bad. Once you know the ropes on it and you understand where things are, you can basically do anything you would want on a WordPress website. And it's very scalable too. You could start off making a very simple website based on a theme and a template, and then eventually, if you want to scale into something completely different, you can do that on your own. Moving on to the third category, the best for beginners. You know what? Maybe WordPress is a little bit too much for you. Maybe it's intimidating. You're a beginner. You just want to make a quick and easy website. This one's an easy one. Just go with Squarespace. They're so easy to use. It's very intuitive. There's a lot of clean themes and drag and drop editing as well. So you can just start off and say, hey, I like how that website looks. It'll import that, and then you can just add your own text, add your own images, click and drag things around a little bit, and you got a website up and ready to go. In addition, Squarespace is very vertically integrated, so it starts off very basic, right? So you can just have your website, and of course you can get your domain through Squarespace too. But then if you want to add other things, if you want to add scheduling, you want to add a podcast, you want to add all these different things, you can bring those in, and they're all through Squarespace. They're little add-ons that Squarespace makes. So they're very easy to enable, but they don't overload you with tools right away. The interface is very intuitive and, like I said, very user-friendly for a beginner. But that's not to say that Squarespace is not incredibly powerful as well. They're great for anybody that's not a beginner either. Like if you want to have a larger blog on here, you can totally do that. You can sell things on here. You can rank on Google. Squarespace is all around just a really capable, a jack of all trades, but they just happen to be very easy for beginners as well. Moving along to the best for single page websites. This one is a little bit similar to best for beginners, and in many ways they are sort of interchangeable, but for what I would say is if you're trying to just make a one-page website, a billboard on the internet, maybe it's going to be like your local store and all you need to post is like your menu or your hours or something like that. Like if you're a plumber, you probably don't need 5 different tabs on your website. You probably really could put everything on one. And so my recommendation here is actually Wix. Wix makes it very easy to make your website, a lot like Squarespace, drag and drop. It's very intuitive and it can scale as well. You can have e-commerce and scheduling, things like that, but Wix actually has some AI tools that really help to make the entire site in just a couple minutes. So if you're making one page on here, you can add a lot of customization, really make it very flexible. There's over 900 free templates as well, so you can really choose exactly the style you want. But moving along to the next category, this is the best for local businesses. Now I know I said maybe if you're a plumber, a one-page site would really make sense, but here when I'm talking about local businesses, I'm talking about if you're selling something, then you probably want to have some version of e-commerce tied into your business. You'll probably have a lot of products. You might want to track inventory, and a big benefit here is you'll probably also want to accept credit cards in your store. Not only accept credit cards, but distinguish between paying with cash and paying with credit card. And you could maybe, depending on your state and depending on your local laws, add a 3% credit card fee so that you don't end up paying for that on the back end. And so my recommendation here is actually using Shopify. It sounds strange. I know they're, like I said before, really heavily focused on e-commerce, but they can also be a fantastic local business website. So there is a point of sale terminal, a Square POS is what integrates with Shopify, and it works really well. Everything is seamless. All of your inventory is tracked on Shopify. You can take online orders if you wanted to. You could have online orders that are picked up in person, or you could do point of sale. Like if you're at a market or if somebody comes into your shop, they can purchase something right there, inventory's tracked, and you don't have to worry about going and taking inventory yourself. You can also, like I said, rank on Google very well, and there's a lot of different ways to accept payments, not just the point of sale. Apple Pay, Google Pay, credit cards online. There's a lot of options out there. So Shopify, super easy recommendation. We have tutorials on that down below for both local shops as well as, of course, e-commerce, as I mentioned before. And then we get to the overall best of the best one that you can possibly get right now. If nothing in this video already struck you as really resonating and somebody just said, hey Mike, I can't tell you what for, but I need to make a website, my recommendation is going to be Wix. There's a lot that you can do here. It's, like I said, just probably the most flexible one out of all of these on this list. It's also very fast loading and surprisingly good for SEO. They have something called an SEO wizard. It's kind of the tool they have that allows you to kind of go through a checklist and optimize things so you can rank higher on Google. In addition, they have things like you can set up a special email account. So it's like mike@whateveryourbusinessis.com compared to like mikebusiness@gmail.com. Obviously, that's very unprofessional. Set up your own email. Wix makes that very easy to do. You can get a domain through Wix, and it integrates with a lot of other apps out there. They have hundreds of different apps and plugins that, again, make it easy no matter what it is you are trying to do. Now, as a little bonus category that I mentioned in the beginning of this video, the best for some more advanced customization, if you're trying to, say, build something that looks like the iPhone launch website, or maybe you're scrolling down and you want things to move and spin and do really dynamic things as you're going around the website, then the best recommendation here, in my opinion, is actually going to be Webflow. And Webflow is one that you might not have heard about. A lot of people don't know about it, but it's a really beautiful combination of, like, on one side, coding, and you can actually code in Webflow as well, but you're not like writing the full website from scratch, and you're not using a drag and drop editor necessarily as you would be with Wix. You're kind of in the middle where it is a little bit of both, which gives you a lot of flexibility, but also makes it a lot more approachable for somebody who doesn't have like a software engineering or a CS degree. So it's a lot more approachable. And again, I have a tutorial on how to use that one. If you're up for the challenge, like, it's really rewarding. You can make some incredible websites on there. And Webflow, again, super, super powerful. And there's a lot you can do with that. So I hope you guys found this video helpful and enjoyable. Let me know which one you chose to go with and why. So thanks for watching. I'm Mike O'Brien from Santrel Media, and I'll see you in the next tutorial for whichever one you chose. Remember, the links are in the description.